Hi, my beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to Jupiter. I'm Sylvie June. I'm very excited to tap into your current energies. Let the cards shed light on any mystery. Seeking light, divination, and clarity. Let's begin. So this reading is an energy touch-in for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cross watchers are welcome. I am grateful for your energy. Oops. And here it is. So we have the Four of Pentacles showing up as you, and the Seven of Pentacles is crossing you. Thank you. Crowning you is the Ten of Swords. So what's supporting you? Just want to see your past is the Seven of Swords, and what's supporting you is the High Priestess. High Priestess. So we're just looking at the, oh, sorry, it's too many. The energies coming up for you. Thank you. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Aqua, we have you showing up as the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is suggesting that at the moment you are holding on tight to what you know you've got, what you know, what works for you. The foundation is absolutely essential to you. And so you might have, as we've seen in the other readings, if you haven't had a chance to check them out for the beginning of the year, there's a huge shift for Aquarius. We're feeling the, the real strength that you have in foundation, and you're not too happy about it. So, you're not the kind of Aquarius that goes, yeah, I've got all my foundations ready. You're annoyed that you have to start again, not so much from scratch, but to really pull back into identifying, well, these are the things that are absolutely essential to me. And the Seven of Pentacles is what's crossing you. The Seven of Pentacles is planting the seeds. So again, just kind of like coming back to the roots, coming back to planting seeds from scratch. You are rebuilding. It suggests to me that you might have escaped a situation, or that you are about to, and that you really want to start this year very strong in what you know what works for you, and plant the seeds in order to grow that. What's crowning you is the Ten of Swords. This energy is a very heavy energy of betrayal. But the wonderful thing about the Ten of Swords is it's behind you. It's well and truly behind you. And that doesn't mean that the wounds are not still felt by you and impacting current decisions that you're making. But it does suggest that, this is a thing in the past. And this is probably something that prompted you to make decisions that catapults you out of a certain situation that was keeping you stuck, that was making you feel betrayed or backstabbed, and potentially a lose-lose. It feels to me like a lose-lose situation. Like, no matter what you do, no matter how much you go in with reason, and Aquarians are just, beautifully intelligent and, beautifully able to use heart and head at the same time in the decisions. And this is something that your heart might have been in it. Your heart might have been in it, Aqua, and your head was telling you, no, this is wrong. This is just bad. This is bad for me. This is bad news. You went on long enough. This 10 swords, 10 swords is not something that you get out of a casual situation that upset you. This is something that was longer term. So it might have been, an important partner, important person in your life, an important job, that kind of thing. So it was pretty substantial, and you're pulling back. You're pulling back because in your past you have the Seven of Swords, and this suggests that, again, this could be a card of betrayal. This could be somebody just deceiving you, card of deception, card of lying, stealing, that kind of thing. But it could have just been you cutting and running, making the call in the recent past to end whatever needed to end, and to just let it end. And you're cutting your losses. You know, you're not running off with 10 swords. You're leaving 3 there. You're running off with the 7 swords. So out of these 10 swords in your back, the 3 that are left are the 3 of swords of heartache, right? So 3 of swords is heartache and disappointment. And you're really trying to leave that behind. You're leaving those 3 swords there. They can stay. But you're taking the 7 with you, and the 7 of swords are allowing you to kind of formulate that strategy. And part of that strategy, obviously, you're holding on to what you got. So that might have been at a threat before. That might have been threatened through this situation that you were in. You might have actually been close to losing something that was important to you and was your foundation. And that's important for Aquarians to have that strong, solid foundation, and to see things grow. The High Priestess is in reverse, which is supporting you. So the High Priestess is a card of intuition and following your intuition. What's supporting you right now is exactly that, follow your intuition. And what that means, sometimes we get confused with that, because sometimes, it's our ego whispering in one ear and the intuition is, trying to get a word in edgewise, and we just don't know which is which. Are we following our ego? Are we following our intuition? And to be honest, I still find that difficult to distinguish at times. So the best thing I can suggest is to follow this, to really make this the most supportive thing in your life right now. Your intuition that's come up as reverse is that you sometimes get confused too, and you might have stayed in this situation that ended up hurting you because you followed your heart, and you're now saying, but I followed my heart, I followed my intuition, it led me nowhere, and you starting to question that intuition. So just remember, when in doubt, get yourself to that place of wholeness, that place of peacefulness, that place, that moment, even if it's just 30 seconds of it, but that place where you feel no pain, where you feel it's all good. It's all good. I'm glad I'm out of it. I'm okay. And when you find that moment, then you listen to what your heart is telling you, what you want, what you don't want. And more often than not, your intuition is a very simple guidance that if something hurts, leave it, because it might not be worth going down that road. If something feels good, follow it. So simple. And this High Priestess, the intuition that you really want to follow, is just kind of saying, look, she's got everything she needs. But she just needs to feel herself and be in her own energy to know and to be able to follow. And I think this Aqua that I'm reading for seems to have kind of maybe given off too much to a situation and received sort of disappointment and heartache in return. But what's ahead of you is the Knight and the Queen of Pentacles. So both of these are cards of, well, this one is a slow night of rebuilding, and that there is a slow pace here, that in the past, when you did a runner, when you got hurt, and when you said, you know what, screw the heartache, I'm running, I'm leaving this, I'm not doing this, there might have been an urgency to it. But right now you're slowing things down, or things are slow for you, potentially slightly uncomfortably slow. So because it's outside of your sort of mental arena, it's more what you're actually manifesting. But this slow night is going to take you to the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is either somebody who's like a wife or partner, husband material. So somebody who's actually going to put in the same amount of work that you are, or it's you standing in your own self-worth. So the Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful card of self-sufficiency, self-worth, and it's actually not an independent card. It is a life partner kind of card. But maybe the Knight and the Queen together suggest that you might have been dealing with energies that weren't matching you, you know. So if you're the Queen of Pentacles, and that's what where you strive to be, you have that self-value and self-esteem, a Knight can't really keep you, keep you. And so perhaps it is just a message of keep your standards high, raise them, stay safe, plant the seeds. But what you will get in return is not just an elevated level of self-esteem, but you'll also be able to attract to you somebody who is worthy of you. And that is something that you're currently searching. You're probably a little bit turned off by that because you're still in this kind of like healing. You're figuring yourself out, but you're doing really well with that, Aquarius. And your intuition is actually really, really powerful. And stay connected, but stay in your heart space more than in your head space for now. And what I mean by that is not the heart that attaches to other people, not the heart that goes, oh, I love that person, let me just put up with more BS. It's the heart for you. It's the love that you have for yourself, that you prioritize yourself. And if something doesn't feel good, don't go there. Don't go there. And so by honoring that, you're honoring your self-worth, and that is what's bringing in a lot of the energies that will be matching that. So that's a wonderful way to kind of be. But there is a little bit of a slow pace right now, which for Aquas is unusual, but go through this. You are planting the right seeds, you are on track, and just trust your intuition. If something doesn't feel good, you don't need to go down that route. You can just sit back a little bit and slow it down. So my beautiful Aqua, Sun, Moon, Rising, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all your likes, subscribes, your wonderful comments that help me keep the channel growing, and I'll check back in with you. Take it as it comes.